Hey everyone, happy Saturday. I hope that you guys are still plugging in on the weekend because we do have that huge goal of getting to Emerald within the week. And so I know many of you are probably hustling and grinding it out on a time where a lot of people tend to take a step back from their business. So shout out to you guys who are in there doing that today. For all of you who don't know me, my name is Nikki Whiting, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys just for a little bit today, chatting with you about your dream team list. So yesterday, you got some scripts from Ruth on the inviting process. Great tools to have moving forward. And so what I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about is just your dream team list and how to really speak to those people. And because everybody's teams run differently, maybe you're not used to what a dream team list exactly is. So I want to share a little bit about that. Maybe you've heard your team talk about your avatar, like the perfect type of person that you would want to have on your team if you could. That is your dream team list person. When you're thinking about who would be like the dream team, the squad, the community, the tribe, my people, who are your people? That is your dream team list. It's the ones who, if you had the choice and they would all sign up, it's like, here's who I want. So when I first started with coaching, and Emerald was a goal for me, and then obviously was still doing this as Diamond was a goal and Star Diamond, I was making this dream team list. And every single day I wrote with pen and paper a list. Now some people are list makers on paper and some do it maybe electronically or however you want to do it. But I chose to literally take a pen and a paper and I sat down and I wrote 100 people down on that list. I wrote 100 people that I wanted to reach out to about the opportunity. And I think a lot of times we get caught up on this because as a newer coach or someone who maybe hasn't become Emerald yet, you feel like, what value can I add right now? What can I talk about with about coaching that's going to entice people to do this if I'm just getting started, or maybe I haven't seen the monetary benefit or whatever it is that you're looking for with the business yet. And so you think, how can I possibly share the coaching opportunity to that person if it's so new to me? And I'm here to tell you that from day one, you need to have a belief and a vision in this. You need to believe in your dream team. You need to believe in what you can do and what they can do. Moving forward, you have to see what's possible in the business. And I think you have enough leaders in this group right now showing you what is possible, what we've made possible, what we've been able to do with the coaching opportunity. And it's very different for different people. We're all building differently. Some of us have similar goals. Some of us have very different goals. Your dream team list may not look like the next person's dream team list because maybe you guys are a mom and you're looking for a dream team list of people who are moms. Or maybe, you don't plan to have a family, and so you're looking for people that are like you who maybe are not planning to have a family. Or maybe you're in the fitness industry with, teaching live classes, and so you want that type of person or those type of people on your dream team. So think about it according to you. Who's your avatar? Who are your people? Who are your tribe? Because it will be different than someone else's. And I'm going to talk about two different ways to invite today with that dream team list. One is going to be very much just a cold message, and the other is going to be just kind of sharing some examples of relationship building and some conversation starters and how it led to talking about the coaching opportunity. So like I said in the beginning, I wrote down about 100 people. I was very nervous. I didn't know what to do, but I did know that I wanted to grow my team and I knew what was possible. And so the one thing that I didn't want to do was keep myself from doing the hard things and the things that scared me and then look back on that and regret it. So as far as eating those frogs, if you've ever read that book, Eat That Frog, you know that getting outside of your comfort zone and doing the uncomfortable things are what's going to move your business forward. This was a very uncomfortable thing for me, but it was a great starting point to be able to sit down and go through people that I knew. I was racking my brain for those people for my dream team list. And then I was going through and I was looking at my friends list on social media. So whatever it is, it's your primary go-to source of social media, Facebook, Instagram, maybe a combination of both. Write down those people and start having conversations. if you are someone who's pen and paper like me and you prefer to be able to write things down, a really great way to stay organized with that is the High Achievers Playbook, and it's for network marketing specifically. And they have tons of different kinds, and a lot of times they'll have them on special, or like certain colors will be on sale. But if you go in here, it actually has action steps for you. It'll tell you, like, you write down your date and your time, what activity you did, and then the contact name and information. Over here you can talk about specific notes, when you plan to follow up with those people. And at the bottom it just gives you some certain things you can do as far as like my to-do list for business and my personal daily to-do list as well. And it has some really cool stuff, like at the bottom you can check off, if you're someone that's like a list maker like me, the number of calls or contacts that I reached out to. So if it's, today when we're talking about this and I ask you to reach out to 10 to 15 people, you would put that number down. Number of minutes spent on personal development, met or talked with my accountability partner, number of new contacts added to my list, number of follow-ups. So really cool, simple way to keep a list if you're someone that wants to write it down like this. So that is something that I would suggest getting if you're a pen and paper type of person. Now, here's what I do at the top. So at the top, I put Instagram because I plan to speak to these people just through Instagram. On the other page, I'll do Facebook. So here under their contact info, I tend to put their handle, their Instagram handle, because that's the easiest way for me to keep track. And then here I can put the activity. Usually, like for this one, I didn't put anything because it's all like a new message to them. So that's a great starting point for you guys moving forward with this Dream Team list if you're someone like me. Write down those 100 people. This is what I did in the beginning. I grabbed some wine. I was so nervous. I went outside with my laptop. I sat outside under our little pergola on our back porch, and I reached out to about 10 to 15 people from that list every single day. Now, that might seem like a lot, and I know, we have these scripts and things, so you're able to send quicker messages to people. I mean, we can definitely not copy and paste, but I guess the wording I'm saying is using a similar script with everyone and then tweaking it to certain people. And so for me, I went outside and was like, I'm going to bust out 10 to 15 messages. And I would check off the people who I messaged that day. If they decided that they were interested and wanted more information, they got highlighted. So there's definitely ways that you could keep that organized. But some of them I was relationship building with, and some was a cold invite. So I want to talk a little bit about both. When you are looking for your Dream Team list, here's the type of people that you're looking at. You're scrolling through social media, you're thinking about your friends and family or people that you know that would be a great coach. They love fitness already. Maybe you see them working out at home already. Maybe you've noticed them doing another like streaming workout program. Maybe they're using a guide or DVDs or streaming something digitally. That type of person is the same type of person that's going to have our same interests. And if they're doing a program already at home and not being compensated for it, why not approach them with the opportunity of, hey, you can get this crazy good workout at home. I know you're already working out at home, and you can do this at home and earning an income doing that. Another one was noticing people who are great with social media. I mean, it is a big perk when you come across people who you think would be good at this business and they're also already running great social media pages. They already have great content. They already have, a visually appealing page, and they get, good feedback, good followers, that sort of thing. So think about that as well. Are they likable and teachable? Like, you're going to have these people on your team and your tribe. Like, who do you want to hang out with every single day? That's the type of person that I want on my team. And then the other thing was when I was talking to a few of the leaders in this group about what to say when you're reaching out to the Dream Team. So the cold invite for me, in the beginning, I did a lot of cold inviting. because I wasn't afraid. I wasn't afraid to do that. I wasn't afraid to talk about the opportunity. There are certain instances where I'm going to look at my dream team member list, and I'm going to say, this person I need to have a little bit more conversation with, or this person I'm just going to go straight to it and ask them. So let me give you kind of an example of what I've done when reaching out. So recently I've done a lot of reaching out on Instagram to people who are in the United Kingdom. A lot of them tend to work out at home. You get two types of people there. It's either the ones who love the gym and heavy lifting type of CrossFit stuff, or you get the people who work out at home and stream a lot of programs already, but a lot of them haven't heard of Beachbody. So the very first thing that I do is I'm adding these people on social media and I'm liking and commenting below their things. So when I do reach out to them, it's not like it's an unfamiliar face. It's not like it's an unfamiliar person that's been talking to them. I've at least been engaging on their social media platforms below their pictures or below their statuses or on their Instagram stories or whatever it might be. Now, when I reach out to these people, it's more of a cold message. And this is where I loved getting back to the basics with a new launch in another country, because it required me, a coach of 4.5 years, to get back to that scariness of inviting the way that I did when I first started coaching. So I very much reached out to them in a cold-ish message. And I would say, hey, I found your page super inspiring. I've been watching you for a few weeks now and really love, what you're doing as far as inspiring people to get fit or healthy or, whatever it is that you're following them for. And say, I noticed that you were doing, this is what I said, I noticed that you were doing XYZ program, and it looks like you're doing it at home. Are you working out at home? And these people usually write back. I probably have like a 60% return rate, so it's not too bad, with a cold invite. And they'll write back and say yes, or no, or whatever it is. If they say yes, I immediately follow it with, are you familiar with Beachbody and Beachbody On Demand? I stream all my workouts at home as well. We have celebrity trainers that are amazing, and the meal plans are there. It's like so simplified. I love it. And we actually just launched in the United Kingdom, and I feel like you would be a great fit for what we're doing. You're already sharing your love for social media or for fitness on social media. You're already sharing, your sweaty selfie or what you're eating or your progress. And because of that, that's very much what I did as a new coach, and I feel like you would be great for the coaching opportunity. And if you're someone who's had success with coaching, maybe it's income-wise, then you can share, not numbers, but you can be like, it's been a blessing for our family financially. I've been able to pay my groceries or, something small. If it's not been that for you yet, you're in this group, you're trying to get 2 coaches, you're fairly new, you can still talk about what a blessing coaching has been without sharing, I was able to pay off my mortgage. Like, that's not a reality for a lot of people. For a lot of people, the starting point for them is, I was able to pay for our family's groceries every week this week, or I was able to buy the cute boots without worrying about it, or I was able to start a savings for my kids, or if it's not financial, I feel so much better holding myself accountable through coaching. I'm getting my own results because people have their eyes on me. Like, all eyes are on me to stay on track with this. And so I love coaching for the accountability aspect. Or I've always craved having that community and that sense of tribe where people, empower and uplift each other. And I feel like I finally have that with coaching, and I love what it's brought into my life friendship-wise. Or part of what we do requires us to better ourselves, and that requires me to do personal development daily or whatever it is. And because of that, I feel like I'm becoming a better mom, a better wife, a better daughter, all through the coaching growth that I've had. So there's so many ways to talk about the opportunity, and you need to be speaking to that person specifically on why you think they'd be a great coach. What is it that you think would make them a great coach? You teach live programs all the time in the gym. I really think you would love bringing this to other people who couldn't get to the gym at home. Or I see that you love fitness already. I don't know if you're into like all natural supplements and things like that, but we really have some great things to offer with that. And you could get a discount with coaching. So think about these people and what it is that's going to make coaching click for them. It's not going to be the same answer for everyone. You can use scripts for certain things, but definitely needs to be personalized for that person specifically, and talk to their specific need as far as, what you know, so that you can see why, you could talk to that person as to why they would be a great coach. And what I want to do is I always want to end the conversation with them thinking why I need coaching in my life. Like, we end the conversation and it gets them curious and thinking about the coaching opportunity and wanting to know more. So that's the biggest thing for me is creating the list is such a great starting point, and reaching out to people in bulk is something that you need to do. And sometimes a cold invite is okay. And if they say no, they say no. You're going to get used to the no's. And once you get used to the no's, it's so much easier to push through and find the yeses and find the working coaches and find the ones that want to run with you. But you have to get past that scary point and feeling afraid. Now, the second type of invite is the relationship building. And I love relationship building through simple conversations on Instagram. I do it on Facebook as well, but I love Instagram stories. Instagram stories seems to be like my go-to thing lately. I get the most views on that. I get a lot of feedback with that. I get a lot of engagement that way in private message. So think about engaging with people in relationship building in that way. I told you a little bit earlier how I comment and like on things to start that relationship. The relationship doesn't have to be like, and now I'm best friends with this person. I've known them for a month. We've been talking forever and we know everything about each other. I don't mean that kind of relationship building. I just mean them getting to know you, knowing who you are as a person, feeling confident and trusting you to move forward. Because at the end of the day, you're not selling the product, you're selling yourself. You're selling that relationship. You're selling the fact that someone likes talking to you or spending time with you, and they want to be a part of that team because it allows you to connect with that person on another level. And a lot of times people who I'm building relationships with want that contact. So I'll go in and I'll comment on their Instagram stories very often. And it starts with like little things here and there. Super cute outfit. Where'd you get it? You know, oh my gosh, that's so funny. My daughter does that too. And we have these little simple conversations back and forth. But what it does in a story is it immediately sends you to the inbox. Like you dove in. You're in there with the personal message in the inbox, and you're able to start a genuine, easy conversation through direct message in a very natural and organic way. And from there, it can almost always lead to, are you familiar with, do you work out at home or at the gym? Or have you tried this meal? Or do you know where I could get yoga pants for my girls? Or like any conversation can lead into what we do. But you just have to get into the inbox. And I think that's a lot of people's fears at first is like, how do I get into that inbox? What do I do? That is such an easy and organic way to start having conversations with people and then moving into talking about coaching or talking about challenge groups or whatever it is. So I can't tell you the number of conversations that have led to fitness or coaching or, oh, I used to be a teacher as well. I totally get that life. Like, I know exactly how you're feeling. And then they're like, oh, you used to teach. Who'd you teach for, or what grade? And that moves into, I was a teacher and decided to stay home, and now I work this business at home. And so you guys, don't overthink it. Don't overthink the conversations you're having, feeling like you have to be a BFF with that person before you can invite. That's not the point. And maybe you get pushback once you do invite. That's okay. It's going to be part of the process. But I promise you, if you're inviting 10 to 15 people a day from that dream team list, you're going to get some responses back. You will get responses back. And some of them will be no's, and some of them will be maybes, and some of them will be yeses. And from those people, you can hone in on the ones that want to build this business with you. So your assignment for today is to build your dream team list, and I want you to screenshot that, and you can blur it out if you want or do whatever, but I want you to post dream team list at the top, and I want you to comment below, screenshot it in these comments, and then we want you to reach out to, let's say 10 people, 10 to 15 would be nice, 10 people from your dream team list and at least start conversations. 3 of those messages need to be cold messages about coaching, or at least not necessarily cold, but talking about the coaching opportunity right away. So screenshot 3 of those below and then reach out and start conversations with 10 to 15 people on this dream team list. You guys got this. I promise you. We've got some people in here giving you some good stuff. Don't overcomplicate it. Understand that Emerald is easy if you make it easy. Emerald is going to be hard if you make it hard, but it's not hard. You got this. Happy Saturday, guys. Make sure that you comment below with your assignment. Bye.